So I got some cheap generic camo OD, olive drab, and it looks army-ish, I guess. Now, that's the dirty job, getting all the rust out of there and treating that. All right, for the tailgate for this beautiful thing, I had to buy one from somebody else because mine was missing, and they cut this one off of another one. Basically, the hinge is this long steel rod, goes all the way through, and I'm not sure which are going to be pivot points, but there are remains of cotter pins on each side. Basically, I'm going to have to dig them out. Got them soaking in PB Blaster. So probably apply a lot of heat, pound them out, I guess. There you have it. Well, this side was not so successful. It just came right off. It looks like it was rust rotted from behind. So yeah, that's going to take a lot more work to get to. There's two other places right here where the rod goes through, and I can't cut the rod. What I may do is just use my angle grinder and cut along here, take this off, get the hinge pieces out, weld that back in there. That's not elegant, but maybe my only possibility. But now I can put my tailgate on, or at least lay it in there and pretend. Something tells me this is not right. And there was probably a tab welded here, went over that, and this one, something that they cut off, modified at some point. So I was slightly wrong about this. Did a little Google search. This is how the tailgate was secured. Big loop over here. And I don't drop it. Take the hook and hook it through there. Now, this is longer than what was original. Most of what I found is that it was probably this long. It was never meant to just fold down and the chain hold it at this level. It was meant to just fold down completely and just hang. But I think I'll just leave it like that. Okay, got the last two pieces of the pin out. Again, I had to cut this so that I could reach it with the cutting wheel, cut here, cut there, heat it, bang it out. Now I've got to do some repairs here. That's poor camera work. Do some repairs here, basically cut it out, duplicate it, and replace all the metal on both sides. Now we magically make new ones out of thin air. So we start off making a cardboard template, and we'll start over here with how it's going to be folded. I've already done this, so, and then fold it over, and then make our slice here. We're not sure how far we're gonna have to go here, so I'm just gonna let that be as long as we need, and we'll cut it off where we don't need it. And no, we don't need all this up here. Okay, got this roughly, very roughly into shape. So we just kind of mess around with it until we are closer. And we don't need that all the way down there. What we need is this. See how we're getting closer and closer? So basically, we use this as a template to cut our 16 gauge steel, and then making these two bends in it. And I will probably have to trim a little bit here and there, and finagle here and there, but that should work. So if you remember back long ago, working on the Power Wagon bed, I bought this Harbor Freight sheet metal brake. It has a maximum capacity of 16 gauge, and 16 gauge was the thickest I could find to purchase. So that was my decision. What is actually on the trailer, I think, is a little bit thicker than that, but oh well, I'll just have to do. But that's what I used to do all my bending. You've seen that before. Okay, so here's the progress of our replacement piece. And not quite done trimming. You gotta use your spinning wheel of death, an angle grinder. Get it as close as you can. Yeah, I've got some gaps that I didn't want to have in there, but you can weld that up. You can make that happen. Now, before I did any cutting, welding, or whatever, I bolted this down, and trying to get this as straight as it's supposed to be. Notice back down in here there is some rust through, or maybe that's where the broken weld pulled through. That may be what happened there. I'll have to do some repairs on that too. But bit by bit, we're getting there. So to make the hole for the actual taillight, that turned out rather well. I found this 3 3/4 inch hole saw on Amazon. If it lasts for 2 holes, I guess I'll be happy. I think it's meant for more paneling, wood paneling, things like that. But I think we can stretch it, make it do 2 of these holes. Okay. What do we think? And there is the original, or the remains thereof. I think it's passable. Okay, so I got the other tail light piece roughed in, but by golly, I'm shocked to take a tailgate from one bed and try to mate it onto another bed when both of them have been banged around and beat up and rusted and bent and whatever. Golly, they don't quite match up. So that's gonna take some finagling around, bending, banging. I may cut this off here and get the rod through and re-weld it. That might be easier to do. But at least, hey, for this far, I think I'll just end the video here with this.